Hello and welcome to Elk River Lutheran Church and welcome to Sacred Wit. I'm Pastor Nathan, pastor here at Elk River Lutheran.
I'm Lisa Sampson, Director of Children, Youth, and Family Ministries.
Jeremy Hallquist, intern pastor.
And I'm Taylor Quinn, the Director of Music Ministry and Worship.
Yes, and we are glad that you're here tonight to have some fun with Sacred Wit. We're going to get started in just a few moments. And so while we all gather here, we'll share a few jokes as we get going, and then we'll gather in earnest shortly. So again, welcome, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sacred Wit. You are in the right place. Sacred Wit starts here in just a few minutes, and so while we gather here, we're going to share some jokes and some sillies and have some laughs, and while we're doing that, we invite you to drop a note in the comments and say hello, good evening to everyone. Let us know that you are here, and then we invite you to play along for some fun Sacred Wit time. Sacred Wit is kind of a silly, fun game show type thing that we do, but it's primarily an excuse to be together online, and so we love being together and be a part of that. Check in, say hello, let us know you're here, and get ready to play along. Welcome to Sacred Wit, everybody.
Welcome to Sacred Wit. Hey, what is a snowman's favorite Christmas carol? Free's a jolly good fellow. Hey, Lammy, what's the best Christmas gift you could give a musician? A broken drum. You can't beat it. Got another one for you. Why did the choir have to cancel their carol concert? They got tinselitis.
Great. Welcome here tonight to what's this show? What's this show called? Scared Wits. Welcome to Scared Wits, everybody. Glad to have you here. I'm Gil Masters, hilarious comedian, brought for kind of the warm-up here tonight. So welcome. Glad to have you here at Scared Wits. This is a church thing I heard, so I'm going to start with a little bit of faith-based humor here. Y'all know the Bible. Maybe you've heard in the Bible there's that guy Moses. They say he was leading the people around the wilderness for 40 years, wandering around in the wilderness. And it just goes to show you that even in Bible times, men avoided asking for directions. Yes, yeah. Well, gosh, speaking of Moses, he was actually the first person to get information on his tablet from the cloud. Technology humor. Gosh, when I was out the other day, I saw a bumper sticker and it said, "Jesus is my co-pilot." And I thought, oh, buddy, you're in the wrong seat. Jesus, Well, I know a lot of you like church, so it made me wonder, you ever wonder why there's so many older people in church? I figure they're just all cramming for the final. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Gil Masters, remember me, look me up. Anyway, enjoy the show. Enjoy Scared Wits here tonight, everybody. Bye-bye. That guy, huh? Oh, boy. Well, welcome, everybody. Glad to have you joining us here. Welcome to Sacred Wit. I'm Pastor Nathan, pastor here at Elk River Lutheran.
I'm Lisa Sampson, Director of Children, Youth, and Family Ministry.
Jeremy Hallquist, intern pastor.
And I'm Taylor Quinn, the Director of Music Ministry and Worship.
Yes, and welcome to Sacred Wit. I didn't even tell you this, guys, but I think I need to start out by making some confessions or righting a wrong from last week. I got a little feedback last week, and 2 points. One, I heard that I was looking a little dour during Taylor's song, like maybe I wasn't enjoying it. And my confession is I was downloading more GIFs and they were about to crash my computer. And so I was very anxious about my computer crashing and losing the whole stream. And what I was actually busy downloading was a picture of Roger the Buff Kangaroo, which if you were here last week, you also know the other bit of feedback is maybe talked about Roger the Buff Kangaroo just a little too much. And so tonight, no more Roger the Buff Kangaroo. That's it. We won't mention him again. But he rest his soul, lives in our heart. So okay. So tonight, welcome everybody to Sacred Wit. We're getting ready for this coming Sunday, where we're actually going to be looking back on the year that has passed, 2020, and we're going to be looking at some of both the challenges of 2020, which were many, but also the joys. And so I'm looking forward to this service. Lots of people have shared videos of some of the best parts of their year, and those will be fun to share. But the Bible verse that we're going to read, I'm going to actually read a couple verses of it. Does that sound all right, guys?
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Here it is. It says, and not only that, but we also boast in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not disappoint. And so we'll be thinking about hope and how hope doesn't disappoint. And one part that we're drawing out here tonight is character. I remember going through tough stuff before, and people say, well, at least it's character building. And there comes a point where you think, I don't want any more character. Like that's enough, right? And yet, hope heads on through it all. So anyways, that's what we're going to be talking about Sunday. And so for today, we decided we would draw out of that verse that one word, characters. And so we're going to play a little game of characters, folks. So here we go. If you're new here, that's our introductory game show music, and it means that it's time to play a game, and we are going to play a little game called, well, let's call it Name That Character, or maybe the longer version, Name That Character who has went through a challenging time and come out on the other side. It's not quite as snappy. Well, maybe just stick with Name That Character. But we've each prepared a few clues about characters, and we're going to invite you to jump into the comments. If you haven't yet, at least start by introducing yourself. Say hello and let us know that you are here. But then throughout the game, we'd sure love to have you play along at home as well. So with that, we've each prepared a few clues. We'll give some genre clues and clues to guess who this character is. Fictional or non-fictional, real or fake. And so anyway, yeah, would anyone like to be our first go-getter?
I will.
All right, Taylor, who was not at our planning meeting, so
he was briefed thoroughly.
We'll see how well his briefing went.
Your explanation of characters now makes me understand.
I didn't tell him where it came from.
This game.
It all
That's
fits.
Funny.
It all ties together.
All right. So this is a short description of a character, and I did characters from either a movie or a musical. Okay. And now it's not. So okay. So here is the description. In New Jersey, a smart, tough loner with glasses battles the playground bullies who belittled her. She grows up to be one of the FBI's top special agents. Because of threats by an anonymous terrorist known as the Citizen, she is tasked to go undercover as a beauty queen. The frazzled, masculine FBI agent has a tough time adjusting to pageant life. To her surprise, being in a pageant is a lot harder than she gave those girls credit for. Anyone?
All right. So,
Lisa knows.
I got it.
Lisa knows
yes,
it.
I know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
Christy got it. And what is her
Yep.
name? Does anybody know her name? That's the actress.
Mhm.
Do you know it?
oh,
Lisa?
gee.
I did a minute ago. Miss Congeniality.
Right.
Yes.
Gracie Hart.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
and
awesome.
Gracie, and her pageant name is Gracie Lou Freebush.
Yep.
Wow.
And she
Well
love it.
done.
Nice.
Well done.
Wow. Great. No, yeah. I think the hardship she goes through is actually being vulnerable to be with people that are more like her. Like, yeah. So
Nice.
there you go.
That is true. All right, I
Very
got
nice.
one for you. Ready?
All right, Jeremy.
All right. I started life barely able to walk, and everybody called me stupid. But Mama gives the best advice, and I took to heart, which landed me a profitable fishing company, the love of my life, and a little boy. Ooh, I bet you somebody's out there's got it.
Oh,
Can see you guys
absolutely.
and stuff have it.
Oh,
That's a pretty easy
yeah.
one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I always like quoting this guy,
Yep.
especially
Oh my gosh.
especially
It's really
his
terrible.
chocolate quote, especially his chocolate quote about
Most,
There you
yeah.
go.
stupid
Forrest
business.
Gump, you're right.
Forrest Gump.
Yes.
There we
Forrest
go.
Gump.
My
Glory.
name is Forrest
Awesome.
Gump.
Nice job, everybody.
Yep.
Nice job.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Thank you.
See,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
whenever I notice that Nathan is dour, he's searching for it. When he gets that deer in headlights look, he's searching for a gift.
He is.
And my poor computer is so slow. Today, I was trying to erase files off of it so it wouldn't go so slow and crash mid-show. And I found out that my downloads folder had 40 gigs of video and pictures and all kinds of stuff from all this video editing stuff we've done over the last year. So cleaned that up. So that's helping.
Amazing. Well, I have one for you. And on my category, can you guess what it might be? Oh, maybe Disney. Disney.
There you
So,
go.
By your name, not
hence my
sure.
name. Yes. Yes. So, my clue's not as long, but after suffering the death of her parents and alienation from her older sister, this happy, compassionate Disney character sacrificed herself to save her sister's life. Got it? Up there? I love this movie.
There is conspiracy. There is a whole theory out there. I don't know if it's the Disney theory, but her parents died on the ship while they were going to Prince Eric and Ariel's wedding. Like, have you heard that? It's a whole timeline.
Have you seen that the Tangled girl with the shorter haircut is at the yes, she's there. Yep. So yes, it's Anna. It's Anna. Yes. A couple of you got that. She's my favorite.
Nice job.
Did you guys see
it
the
was
sound
Anna?
effects I put on the screen? I just don't. I want
Yes,
to make
yes,
sure
we did.
Yes. That was nice. I was a
we
little
noticed
frozen
it, Nathan.
there. I was a little frozen.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, Nathan.
All right. Thank you. I joked with staff that I was going to do Pokemon and only deep pulls, and Stanley just brought me a Pokeball. So
Well,
I'm
there
not
you
going to
go.
do Pokemon. Pokemon would be a little tricky for most of us, and myself included. Oh my gosh, it's a Pokeball full of marshmallows, everybody.
I love
Did you
marshmallows.
believe
They
it?
go great in mac and
Okay,
cheese.
I gotta play the game, okay? Thanks, bud. Okay, so here's mine. Mine are, I just put in the category of nerd, but they're mostly Marvel and Star Wars, okay? Not mostly, they are all. And so here is my first one. This very patriotic Marvel hero is a member of the Avengers, and found himself frozen solid in ice for several decades.
Han Solo. No, that was the wrong movie.
My guy could eat marshmallows.
Wait, that's all you
Wearing
got?
the
That's all
t-shirt.
you wrote?
Yes.
That's easy. Okay. That one's easy. I hope you picked your easy one first.
Yeah.
I gotta have some softballs. I didn't want to go too deep too soon.
Bob.
Okay.
Well, I told you I didn't know
There
Marvel
we go.
movies and characters, but I knew this one.
You knew this one. Yep, Carrie got
Jerry
it.
Lawrence has got
Yeah.
it. Nice job, Adam.
Yep.
Indeed. Captain America, whose uniform actually looks more Puerto Rican than American, but I don't know.
I'm
Check
sorry,
it out.
Well, speaking of heroes, here's my clue, and it's not a hero. Okay, this one is a little obscure, but I think you might get it. But I was pretty happy with how I wrote it. How do you solve a problem like a rebellious bullheaded teenage diva with a tood who is told singing doesn't put food on the table? At first, she butts heads with her new music teacher, Sister Mary Fake, and shows her a little more attitude than she likes. But this talented songstress learns quickly she needs to follow her heart and her choir to the all-state choir competition. It's either that or the Ice Capades. Don't roll your eyes.
We have
Anybody?
Maria.
Not
From
Maria.
What is her
Anybody?
name? Rita.
Oh, Kelly got it. Yes, yes. Yay!
And I
Rita,
heard, Audrey told me last night her dad is quite the trivia guy, and Kelly got it.
Oh my
Nice
gosh,
job.
I'm so happy
Ooh.
because not a lot of people know her, but this is Rita Watson. She is the soloist at the end of the Sister Act 2 act, the Joyful, and played by Lauryn Hill. And I'm so happy that someone got it.
Mhm.
There you go.
Well done. Very
Diva with a
nice.
tood.
Tood.
All right. I've got a Disney one for us. I spent my entire career playing second fiddle to my best friend until I learned the power of laughter produces more than fear.
Samwise Gamgee.
Close.
It is
You
not
just hit my outside
Disney.
bedroom movie series.
My category, Disney. I should know this.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you say that again?
Disney.
Best friend,
Disney.
second fiddle.
Second fiddle to my best friend until I learned the power of laughter produces more than fear. And it was Audrey who got Rita.
That's
Ow.
pretty good.
Hey, good job, Audrey. See,
Way to go, Audrey.
See, I chose all my clues because they're my favorite movies and we watch them all the time. So I'm with you, Audrey.
That's awesome.
I'm
Nice.
stumped on this one, Jeremy.
Yeah, I am too, and this is
Fiddle.
my category.
Disney, best friend.
Adam is on it.
That does not help.
Mike Wazowski from Monsters
Oh
Inc.
my
The
gosh,
Little Green
Adam?
Dude.
Oh, I have shame.
Wazowski.
I've never seen that movie.
Mike
Oh, it's so good. That's awesome. Thank you.
Well done.
That might be
Well
the wrong
done.
gift.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's great. All right.
Well, staying in the category of Disney, our young heroine stands up to her family and the whole village in breaking through the fear and traditions of her people. She confronts scary stuff with resilience to save her community. Through her courage, she discovers her own identity, and she's just like her grandma.
Oh, I just watched this movie and I love it. I hadn't seen it when it first came out. It took me the pandemic to watch it, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I like it too. The music's
I love
good.
it. Mermaid.
What was it?
I love the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
It is Moana.
Nice.
It
No, I
took
wanna
you
talk
30
about-
years in the pandemic to get to it, huh, Taylor?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it's Moana. And can
Yes.
you imagine standing up to her dad, the chief, and all those things that she had to do to come into her own?
No kidding.
Yeah.
I think the grandma part is so like that is so neat and
Yeah.
fun to watch that relationship. And I
Mhm.
think, I would be curious, does everybody have that significant person in their lives that always believed in them when no one else did? Like I think that is a cool person to be. I think I'm going to
Mhm.
be Grandma Moana. That's my goal.
Moana
What a
Grandma
good
Taylor.
goal.
Yes.
You do realize you're slightly crazy, though, right?
She just wants the big hook thing. The Maui,
Yeah, I'll take the hook. I'll wear the dress.
Great.
Perfect.
All the tattoos.
Yeah, there we
You will
go.
be Moana. Okay, well, so my next one, I'm going to switch to the category of Star Wars. So here's a Star Wars trivia. This Star Wars character, this villain, has been played by 5 primary actors. 3 who wore the suit, 2 who appeared without the suit, and 1 who provided his iconic voice.
Oh, wait, what? Wait,
got it.
say that again. I was thinking Star Trek, and I'm going, okay, is he talking about Q or the Borg? Oh, and then Star Wars. Can you say that again, though?
Yes, this Star Wars villain has been played by 5 primary actors, 3 who wore the suit, 2 who appeared without the suit, and 1 who provided the iconic voice.
Yes.
Did Kelly get it right? Is that Darth Vader?
It
Yes.
is indeed. And there
And
are,
Earl Jones did the
What's
voice.
without the suit? What does that mean?
well, so Hayden Christensen played him. He became Darth Vader, spoilers,
Oh.
in episode 3. But then he does technically put on the suit too. But then also in the original Star Wars, there was David Preuss, who died this year, who was the main suit wearer. And then at the end, where you see Anakin like not Darth Vader anymore, they actually had it played by another actor. And that other actor's name was Sebastian Shaw. And then finally, of course, extra credit, who can name the voice is Mufasa himself, James Earl Jones. Yeah, and his voice shows up in many of the movies and videos. And there's others who have played, including in the newest movies like Rogue One. There was a couple other guys. Spencer Wilding was the main one, so I had to pull his name up. Him I don't remember yet.
Really?
But yeah.
Well, I'm impressed that you knew all those. I always wondered why when Anakin and them they're standing off there like Moses and Elijah, that he looks different. I didn't realize it was a different actor. Oh, that's funny.
Well, but whenever you see his face in the movies, it is him, Sebastian Shaw. Like when they take off the helmet,
Yeah,
they actually had a different actor than who wandered around. So anyway.
Yeah, that is interesting. I like that. Well, speaking of Vaders in Darths, I have a clue. This is my next clue. Okay, you guys ready?
Huh?
Yep, I love me a segue. Keep going.
Bambi.
Okay,
Oh,
here
sorry.
we go. Here we go. This is one of my favorite movies. Clever, brave, and book-loving, this precocious kindergartner gives her name to one of the cutest and most endearing movies I've ever seen. Surrounded by adults who don't understand or support her, she is faced with an evil, dictatorial Jeremy principal, adding to the problems she has at home with a dim-witted family that simply doesn't care. However, she learns that she has special telekinetic powers and quickly begins using her powers to entertain herself and get back at those who have wronged her. Though she is clearly uniquely gifted, mischievous, and spunky, she remains an extremely likable and humble little girl.
We're in the wrong app, or I could put my bow on my head.
I love this movie, and Daryl knew that I loved this movie when we were first together, and he bought me a movie, but he bought me the movie. It was a wrong name. It was Madeline. This is the funniest thing, and it was like a cartoon about this French girl who
In
just
2
walked
straight
around with
lines,
her
they
past.
broke their bread.
Yes, yes. Annie got it.
Annie got it. Yeah, but
Nice
kudos to
job,
Carol
Annie.
for trying. That's awesome. I love her parents. Rhea Perlman and Danny DeVito are just awful, and they're so awful. They're awesome.
They are awful. Yeah, I love that movie. I just think it's just the cutest, and it's so heartwarming. She goes through a lot, and then discovers she's powerful, and then she kind of turns the tables. Have you guys all seen that? Nathan, have you seen that movie?
You know, I'm not even sure if I've seen the movie, but Annie and I saw a stage version of it at the Orpheum here in Minneapolis, which was awesome too.
Yep.
I probably saw the movie when I was a kid, a long time ago, but yeah, we saw the stage version, which was so fun.
That would be fun. I haven't seen that one though. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I have one for you. This is a movie character. I lost my father at an early age, which, excuse me, which sent the rest of my life on an epic adventure. I spent the rest of my days searching for this 6-fingered man to confront my father's killer, which I ultimately did. And if you know the whole catchphrase, that's even better.
Mhm. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know it,
Few
Nathan?
people
You
that
look
know it,
like you're contemplating.
or he's looking for a gift.
From
He's
my
looking for a
Pokeball.
gift, Lisa. He's looking
Oh,
for
of
a
course
gift.
he is. What I forgot. It was the glazed gift look. Glazed gift. So
I always
yeah,
thought
one of
this-
my favorite movies.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And didn't a bunch of celebrities early in the pandemic recreate it?
Yes.
That was
They did
fun.
a reading. They did a reading to raise money in Wisconsin.
What? In Wisconsin?
Carrie Elwes, if
Oh,
I'm saying his name right. Yes.
Ooh, Annie, you're close, but not quite.
No.
it's not Wesley.
No.
No.
I love his name.
I know. I always thought it was like the color of blue.
Yeah, it's not the color.
Oh my gosh. When we get a cat,
Wow.
we're going to name him after this character.
There you go. Oh man,
It is
you have
from
to
the
sound
Princess
effects.
Bride.
Yep.
How
Hello,
many
my
did you
name
get?
is. Yep.
Inigo-
My name is.
Inigo Montoya.
So
You
we're going
killed
to call
my
our
father. Prepare to
You killed
die.
my- yes. You have killed
We're
my
gonna
father.
call-
Prepare to die.
Very nice.
Mandy Patinkin played him. So
Yes.
Uh-huh.
love that.
We're gonna call
Very
him
good.
Out of that cinema.
Inigo Montoya. That's what we're gonna name our cat.
That's awesome.
All right, moving right along.
Yay!
Disney again. Don't forget, it's a Disney princess. And this one is the Disney princess, I think. Raised by her father, this Disney character bravely traded places with her dad, who was imprisoned in a dark, hopeless dungeon, so her father could live. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I talked to you guys. Well, I think maybe during staff meeting I talked to you about this, but I've been listening to the book Creative Inc., which was written by the founder of Pixar. And
Sure.
this movie you're talking about was part of his journey because they started using computer graphics. It is a
Yeah,
fascinating book, and I'm only on chapter 2.
Yeah. This was,
Very nice.
yep, Belle. This was the first movie I took Kirsten to ever. And so
Aw.
that was that long ago.
That's a
So.
good one.
Mhm.
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
Well, I'll come at you with another nerdy one, a Star Wars one. This Star Wars character is royalty. In the midst of her leadership, though, she has a forbidden romance, which produces two very special children.
Hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know,
Tell your
some people
monster.
don't. Some people don't
Extra-
acknowledge those movies.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
I just
1, 2,
yeah.
and 3. I just
Yep.
Extra credit if you can name her home planet. Can any of you guys name her home planet?
Well, they'd go live there for a while.
I can guess it, but not
Give me
sure.
some time. I don't have enough time.
Yeah, we don't have time.
We'll get back to you guys on Sunday about that one. No.
Where the Ewoks
All right,
live.
yeah. It is not where the Ewoks live.
Is
a
it
good guess,
Alderaan?
Doesn't it get destroyed by the Death Star? Death
It's
Star?
not Alderaan. Alderaan
Okay.
becomes her daughter's home planet.
Right.
That's
It's the only
it.
one.
It's because she's
I thought that was
adopted.
from Spaceballs.
Not Tatooine.
It is not Tatooine. That's where the other child goes to live. You guys are getting where the kids go to live. Princess
Yeah, Princess
Leia's
Leia's
mom.
mom.
Bingo.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I
And
can't remember her
good
name
job.
though.
I know
well,
it.
when she's royalty, she is Queen Amidala.
Amidala.
And then she
Yes,
becomes
with the-
Senator Amidala. She sometimes goes undercover by Padme, Natalie Portman. So there you go. Well done. Well done. Princess Leia's mom. That's close enough. Also, Luke's mom. Again, spoilers.
What's the planet?
The planet of Naboo.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Naboo.
The planet Naboo, which is also the home planet of Lord Sidious, the Emperor.
Uh-huh.
dang. Well, speaking of Sidiousness,
There you go.
here's my clue.
Ooh.
Okay, so this one has yet to be made into a movie. I'll just say that. I think you're going to get it pretty quickly. Said to be beautifully tragic, this siren with an abnormal appearance lived her whole life ostracized. As caretaker of her tragically beautiful half-sister, she attended an extraordinary university that could rival Hogwarts in every subject. She begrudgingly befriended a popular girl who insisted you say her name correctly. Our verdant fae is known for breaking the rules and flying free against what other people surmise against her. Good, bad, what does it all mean?
I got it.
I got it.
May or may not have something to do with the color behind you here.
Yep. Yep. I would definitely say that this one went through some adversity and hard times. Didn't really come out as expected, but it is nice to hear her story and what she did with it.
Mhm.
You know, I often think of her story is similar to Maleficent, where we think she's just evil because she is evil, but no, there's something a little bit deeper there. Can anybody get it? Anyone?
Anybody out there?
Anyone? Is anyone out there? Knock, knock, knock. Hello?
No, is this thing on?
Yes. Well, I'm not seeing it, so do we need to give more time or should I say it? Well, you guys say it.
Right.
Go.
From
It's me.
It's not Adele. Oh my gosh.
Wicked?
it is from
It's
Wicked.
from Wicked. Elphaba Thorpe.
Alphaba? Yep.
Throp. Did you guys ever read the book?
Yep.
It's hard. Yeah.
I got about halfway
5
through it,
years.
and then I went, and then I picked it up again and struggled, and then I saw the musical 5 times.
Musical's fantastic. Fantastic.
Maybe with my daughter every one of those times. So that was fun.
Nice.
Love that.
All right. I have a newer-ish, probably within the last 10 years, a movie and literary character. So it comes in both. I quickly went from nobody to the leader of a movement to right the wrongs of the world by standing up to evil powers. I went from rags to riches overnight, living with minimal food and forced to play a yearly game for which I volunteered as tribute.
Yes.
Needed that word.
Uh-huh.
Oh, how many is it?
Two, yeah,
That's a
remember.
Girl Scout.
Hey, two.
Yeah.
No, isn't
Maybe
this
it's
the sign
maybe
of
Audrey
blessing
is
from
right.
Jesus? Isn't this the sign of blessing from Jesus? Oh no, it's this.
I think he does 2 fingers. I think the Scouts do 3, right?
I think that's a gang sign.
Oh,
I don't know.
Katniss
Kelly got it.
Everdeen.
Katniss Everdeen, you were right, Kelly. Nice job.
Did Kelly get that,
Yeah.
or was it Audrey?
Yeah, right.
That's a good question.
Audrey, we see and hear you. We hear you.
Oh, my turn.
You're competing against Adam, right?
All right. Another Disney one. Constantly pushed aside and warned she could ruin everything, this misunderstood and ostracized Disney character proves to everyone that without her, people cannot truly appreciate the joys in life. She was part of the team, but nobody valued her part. You guys look really blank. Got it?
Part of a team.
No, not yet.
Okay. All of our emotions are valid and necessary and need to be honored.
Oh,
Oh,
I love that movie too.
I did too. I can't believe her name. Oh,
Christy, I read all the books and saw the movies as well.
I did too.
And I'm talking about the Hunger Games. Oh,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Fun stuff.
Okay, back to princesses or
Mhm.
Disney.
This was not exactly a princess,
Yeah, she's not really a princess.
but I like her. I like
Ooh.
her.
is that the
Nope.
one?
Ooh, who is that? Is that from Brave?
That's from Brave. Yeah. Nope.
It's yellow and blue. That's all I remember. Right? Maybe. Or I'm thinking of totally wrong movie.
There is yellow and blue. Isn't there a green and a pink fuchsia?
Yep.
And a red.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name.
Do you know the name, Taylor? Christy, I like it. I know it. Hold on.
Was that enough time to get
Right
the
there.
answer? We need it again.
It's right there.
Oh, there we go.
Joy.
Yes.
Hmm?
Good.
No, it's not
Joy?
joy. It's not joy. It's sadness.
That's what she represents. Oh.
It's sadness.
Oh.
Sadness was always pushed aside, and they didn't want her. Remember, Joy is always after her, not to ruin everything, and don't touch that.
Touch
It's
anything,
gonna-
don't touch it.
Yeah, and then when the whole world falls apart in that poor child's life, who moved from Minnesota, yeah,
That's
and
right.
she had to embrace the sadness in order to experience the joy.
Christy ran to her basement to grab the movie.
I love
That's
dedication. I
That's
love her
funny.
dedication.
That is awesome. Commitment.
Well done.
Anyway, that was just sadness.
Good.
She doesn't have a name. It's sadness. So
Yeah.
I like
I forget about that one. That was a really good movie.
She's Phyllis from The
Inside
Office.
Out. Mhm.
Okay. My turn again. I'm going to do another Star Wars one. Okay. So, if any of my kids were named after a Star Wars character, which they're probably not, but if there was one, who would be the Star Wars character that one of my kids is named after? Now, my kids, in case you don't know, are Theodore, Stanley,
Simon
and
and
Benjamin. Theodore, Stanley, Benjamin. Who is a Star Wars character or characters who bear one of those names?
I have one of them too.
Eric is on it, I think.
Eric got it.
He is.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, indeed. That is it.
Nice job.
Anyone name the other one then? So that's from the originals, and then there's one from the new ones too, who bears that same name, Ben. But what's the last name?
Yeah, what is it?
He wears a mask like
that's-
Darth Vader, his
Yeah,
grandpa.
that's Han Solo's son.
Yeah, Ben,
Solo.
And Solo, yeah.
Oh, duh.
Ben Solo,
I have two Star Wars
also
kids.
known as Kylo Ren.
I have two Star Wars kids.
Oh
I
my
have
gosh,
Luke and Ben.
You have a Luke and a Ben.
I really like
Wow.
Star Wars.
I'm wondering. Yeah, Lucasfilm.
Kylo? No.
Yeah, Kylo. That's
Yeah,
Ben
Kylo
Solo. His
Yep.
his evil name is Kylo Ren. So that's it. Well done.
Nice job.
Interesting. I'm curious how they got to Ben from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, my sister-in-law is watching, and Simon. Hi, Jenny and Simon. I'm so pleased you're watching. You get to watch for my clue now. Well, speaking of famous Bens, here's my last character. It's not a Ben.
Okay. Figured.
This perky chap with a bright eye is good-hearted and devoted to his friends, just as he later becomes devoted to saving all the continent on which he lives. He's not that adventurous until he happens upon a burden following his uncle's 111th birthday. Little did he know this burden would take him to the nameless land, the land of shadow. But the burden is not his own. With the assistance and prodding from a dear bearded friend, old and gray as he may be, or is he white? This furry-footed half of a man is joined by his friends, new and old, short and tall, who rally around to carry him through to the end. But the end is not the end, in fact. There are many ends to his story. But we do know that he made it there and back again. I had fun writing these.
You're hitting on my favorite movie series.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I can put them on in the background. Fantastic. Anyone? Nathan? You got to guess?
Okay.
Lisa?
Because I know it's your favorite, I think I do. So the character, yeah.
And it's not Jennifer Nettles, so you can't go down that route.
Yeah.
Annie, you're close.
Ooh,
Bilbo
yeah.
is the
Really
uncle,
close.
right?
Yep, Bilbo is the uncle that had his birthday. Yep.
But he's
And
not really
Earl-
the true hero of the story.
I know. His friend is, I would say. Yes.
Mhm.
And that's why I wanted to put in like his friends, because that's a significant part of the story, you know?
Oh yeah.
But another question for this character or clue is that Daryl has named our Jeep by the same name.
Not
It's a bad
Bilbo.
clue.
It is.
Okay.
Sam something. I like that.
It is not Samwise Gamgeezy wine. It is Frodo Baggins.
Frodo Baggins.
Frodo.
It is Frodo. Yep.
I read those books a long, long, long time ago, but I never watched the movies.
They're fun.
They ranked up there as a couple
Oh,
of my favorites.
Cool.
So speaking of favorites, I have a favorite I'd love to share. It's one of my top 2 musicals and novels, but I have a better segue. So Here's my clue for you. This is a little bit long, and you might catch it, but we'll get there. Born to a poor peasant family, I lost both parents at an early age. I was wrongfully imprisoned for 19 years and sentenced to a life of banishment. So my redemption story comes from the kindness of a monk who taught me a valuable lesson, which I passed on to my daughter and her beau, showing my prosecutor that men can change and they don't have to be criminals their entire lives. My prisoner number is 24601.
Love that movie. Love the book. Love the play.
One of my top twos.
Mm-hmm.
They just interviewed on, I think it was on Wait, Don't Tell Me. I think they interviewed the original singer of one of these characters, and then she reprised her mother's role later on in the 20th anniversary. Yeah, interesting
That's
stuff.
awesome. I love the whole backstory to that character.
I know. Anybody?
Anyone? It's French.
That's a tumbleweed.
There you go. There you go, Kelly got it. Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking Fontaine or Cassette.
Were you thinking Wolverine?
Yes.
Javert.
There you go. Javert. Yes.
Javert.
Wolverine.
Awesome.
Ben was Thénardier in the high school version of that, his junior year, and it was pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. That was fun. All right, my last one is defying cultural tradition. This Disney heroine took the place of her father again, different one, to serve in the army, thereby saving his life. She not only does this, but becomes the strongest warrior in her country.
Okay, Nathan knows, probably
Yep.
because this is the first time that he's gotten his head out of gifts. He's actually paying attention. And this is your last clue.
Well, and there's a new one on right now too. There's a live action.
Have you seen
Which
it?
is not as good.
No?
Is it? No.
Not as good.
Disney's always the bomb.
Kelly's got it quick. Yes.
Mulan, yes.
Mulan, yes.
Audrey got it. It wasn't Kelly, it was Audrey. Oh, is that what we're doing?
We don't know that yet.
Let's bring back the old offering sign gesture.
There we go. Are we ending on a Star Wars note?
No, actually, I was going to go with another Ben-based clue, which takes me to the realm of Marvel once again. This Marvel character has an Uncle Ben who is most famous in Marvel comic books for always dying. The thing about comic books is characters come back all the time, but the one person who stays dead is Uncle Ben. Well, Uncle Ben's nephew was just a normal high school kid until he got bit by a radioactive spider.
Was it Rice-A-Roni?
I was going to say Uncle Ben's rice, of course.
Uncle Ben's rice.
Nice job, Gary.
There you go.
Yep, Carrie's got it.
That's awesome.
Chris has got it too.
Love it.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Nice job.
Actually, seen that one.
Spider-Man. Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker. Nice job, Eric.
Oh, see, Eric actually.
Oh, good job.
That's awesome.
Every time Spider-Man is talked about, I always think about Daryl's story when he was in high school. He and his friends would run around the high school halls going, sk, sk, sk. And watching him do it is so funny. And just imagining him doing it. Oh man, that's what I think of when I think of Spider-Man.
Nice job, David.
Yes, well, thank you. And that's the end of the game, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, but I do really like having this sound effect loaded up.
Sounds
So when we're
so
just
good.
ready to kind of slow things down a little bit, we just let Adele take
Yep.
over.
Hello.
Yes, we are, Daryl.
And so, anyway, we like to close Sacred Wit each week by sharing the best parts of our week. And so we're going to encourage you to think about what has been the best part of your week. Maybe it's something big and major. Maybe it's something small this week. But whatever it is, we'd love to share it as a way of, reflecting on and celebrating those positive things in our lives, but also as a way of, sharing good news and helping kind of bolster each other up a little bit as well. And so, Taylor, I believe you have a song, right?
I do. Can you hear me?
I can.
I changed my mic, so yes, I have a song. So just go ahead and leave your best part of the weeks on the comments as I go through this song. I think it's kind of fitting. It's called the Fight Song. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I can only have one match, but I can make an explosion. All those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream it out tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. I'll be strong, I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. I'm in too deep. Say I'm in too deep. It's been 2 years, I miss my home, but there's fire burning in my bones. I still believe, yeah, I still believe in all those things I didn't say. The wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream in them out tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if anybody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match. I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. Oh, I still got a lot of fight left in me.
Yes, thank
I
you,
love that song.
Taylor. Well done. And thank you all who've shared some of the best parts of your weeks already. It's been fun to see those and read those, from wind to vaccines and Zooming. And very glad that Delaney is home. That's so good. And and so thank you all for sharing. And how about you all? Can we share to kind of wrap up here? And we invite you all at home to continue sharing as well.
On that note that Delaney's home, my highlight of the week was getting back together with the kids last night after a couple-week break for the holidays, the confirmation kids, but the high school kids too. It was so much fun to hang out with them and see them. But Delaney joined us from her hospital bed recovering from surgery. So that was my best part.
Yes. That's good.
Well, my
Awesome
best
news,
part.
Krista.
Oh no. Oh, what's that, Jeremy?
I said, awesome news, Krista.
Oh,
Love to hear that news.
oh, no kidding. Yeah, I love seeing all these. So my bad news, the best part of my week is combined with my worst part of my week. My computer died on Monday, but I got the chance to take it to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, to be repaired because there are no Apple stores in Minnesota that are open for repair. The best part of my week was taking that nice drive in Wisconsin, and I needed it just to clear my mind, to think a little bit, to just to get out for a bit. And it was really kind of soul feeding for me. So that was the best part of my week.
Did you get it fixed?
You know what? I heard back from them today, and it's a screen thing. So hopefully it'll get back quicker, sooner than 10 days.
Good to know.
Awesome.
That's good.
I forgot on Sunday, but our youngest turned 5 on Saturday, so that was some pretty big news in our house. So got to celebrate a drive-by birthday for him. So it's
That's
a good time.
great.
Yes, happy birthday, Clayton.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think the best part of the week also kind of builds off of not a great part, which is that Stanley and Ben have been sick, and Stanley got COVID tested because he was the first that got it, and it was like cold symptoms, but he tested negative, and now they're both really pretty good. Ben still has a little bit of a stuffy nose, which is very confusing for him as a baby, his first cold, but they're both doing better, which is so good because there's not much more pathetic than sick little kids. So it's just sad, and they don't know what to do, and so it's good to be back to healthy. So yeah, and thank you again all who've shared some of the best parts of your week. It's just really great to see those things, and so thank you. Well, anything else we want to share about this coming week that we want to be looking forward to? I mean, I shared these I mentioned these videos that we'll be putting together. It's going to be really fun to share some of the best parts of, some highlights from our online worshiping and church experiences this year. But then also we've had people share videos of their, some joyful things that happened in 2020. And oh, it's fun. I've been receiving those videos. And so if you still want to make one, it's not too late. You can get one to me tonight yet, but it will start putting those together, and it's going to be fun. So check out Sunday morning and get to celebrate actually some really great things that happened in 2020, along with all the challenges and hardships. There are some good things too. So we will celebrate those this weekend.
Yay.
That'll be fun.
All right. There you go. Are you trying to impersonate this guy?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I think the voice would come out like that. Congratulations. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that brings us to the end of Sacred Wit. So here's our outro. It's a short one. So again, thank you all for joining us here this week for another week of Sacred Wit. Well done, everyone who guessed and played along. Thank you if you shared best parts of your week. Like you said, we'll be back here next week for Sacred Wit, but Sunday morning, 9:30 for worship, where we'll be celebrating the best parts of 2020. We'll also acknowledging those challenges. So everybody have a good night, and we'll see you again soon.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.